Yo, what up, guys? This is Electronic Guys Cat. You're on the Real News Talk channel. You know what the fuck to do. I know a lot of people watched Wrestlemania last night with Cody Rhodes finally completing his blood clot story by defeating Roman Reigns. You know, taking the belt off him. Rightfully so, because Roman Reigns, he's held the title for 3.5 years, over 3.5 years, going 4 years, you know, and it would have been an insult if he were to dethrone Hulk Hogan's title reign record, you know what I'm saying? Because Hulk Hogan, unlike Roman Reigns, has defended his belt way more times than Roman Reigns ever did, you know? So, he doesn't deserve to beat Hulk Hogan's record. No chance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad that Cody Rhodes finally finished the story. He's now the new undisputed Universal Heavyweight Champion. And it's a new day. No pun intended to the new day. But it's a brand new day. A lot of surprises in that match. First off, John Cena coming down to help out Cody. Followed by The Undertaker. I wasn't expecting Undertaker to show up there at all, man. I was expecting Stone Cold. I thought Stone Cold was going to come and whoop some ass, but instead it was The Undertaker. But I'm satisfied with that, you know what I mean? It's The Undertaker. Undertaker's a legend. So, hey, it's the first time that Undertaker and The Rock were face-to-face in the ring since 2002. That's how long ago it was, man. So this is, you know, that moment was very nostalgic right there. You know what I mean? So, just like when Cena and The Rock had a stare down as well. So, it brings back memories from 2012, 2013, 2011 even, when The Rock returned. So, there was a lot of nostalgic moments during that match. But ultimately, Cody Rhodes hit the crossroads 3 times on Roman Reigns and finally finishing the story. Finito. Done. And Samantha Irwin was even crying when she announced the winner of the match. That's how emotional it was at the end. It reminded me of the late Chris Benoit when he won his World Heavyweight title, his first and only world title in the WWE when he defeated Triple H and Shawn Michaels in the Triple Threat match at WrestleMania 20 years ago. You know? And then you had Eddie Guerrero come down to the ring, and they both were crying in the ring, hugging each other, and then Benoit's family came into the ring and all celebrated together. It kind of reminded me of that moment, you know? History repeated itself. When the wrestlers came down, like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, you know, Brandy, his wife. So, hey, man. It was an emotional moment. You know, Triple H coming down to the ring to congratulate him. But Dustin Rhodes weren't there, but I'm sure he was there in spirit. So, yeah. It was a pretty good main event, I must say. The women's championship match with Bayley and Io Sky, that was pretty decent as well. Bayley defeated Io Sky, as I predicted, longest time. Just like I predicted her Royal Rumble win. She completed her mission as well by becoming a 4-time women's champion. The first time she's held a belt in over 3 years due to, you know, injury and that, because on that very same year she got injured. Was it 2021? 3 years ago. And then she was out for a full year. So she came back and reclaimed her belt yet again. But this time as a face. Even though she dominated the pandemic era, she's back to claim what's hers. So congratulations to the beautiful, wonderful Bayley, the Grand Slam champion as well. You know, this woman is a future legend. You know, she's a true role model. No doubt about it. You know, one of the most likable people in the business. What other matches? Bobby Lashley, Street Profits versus the Final Testament. That was all right. The match was pretty good. The Philadelphia Street Fight. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits secured the victory over the Final Testament, Karrion Kross, and the Office of Pain. So, and the triple threat match for the United States belt, Logan Paul, Randy Orton, and Kevin Owens. That match was pretty good, you know. That match was very, very decent, you know what I'm saying? You know, Randy Orton almost won the match, but Logan Paul threw him out of the ring, and as Kevin Owens was already down and out with the RKO, he went up to the top rope and gave him a big frog splash and pinned Kevin Owens 1, 2, 3. I wasn't expecting to see I Show Speed of all people in that Prime suit, in that Prime costume. I thought it was going to be KSI, but I Show Speed. Didn't expect that at all, man. But he came there to bark like a dog, and then Orton just whipped his ass, gave him RKO on the announce table. You know? You know what I mean? But overall, that match was pretty decent, you know. Logan Paul is very athletic. He's very talented, you know what I'm saying? And he picked up on the wrestling as a whole in so little time. So he's going to become a future world champion at some point in the next couple of years or so. Who knows? You know what I mean? So that match was pretty good. Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight title. Drew McIntyre started off the match by giving him the Claymore kick, and Seth Rollins kicked out of that. It was a back and forth match. Drew McIntyre aimed for Seth Rollins' bad knee, but Seth Rollins never gave up. He kept fighting, you know, giving him a pedigree as well as a curb stomp. Gave him a few of those. Drew McIntyre kicked out. Drew McIntyre gave him a Claymore again. Seth Rollins kicked out. So they were both going back and forth, kicking out of each other's finishing moves until it came a point where Drew McIntyre delivered a vicious Claymore kick, and then he gave him another one when Seth Rollins was about to get up. And then just like Brock Lesnar, what he did to him at WrestleMania 36 4 years ago during the pandemic era, he won in that very same fashion. You know, but this time with fans, with thousands of people in attendance. You know, and he became the World Heavyweight Champion. And as he was celebrating, he went to confront CM Punk. He was talking trash to CM Punk and told CM Punk to suck it while he was standing on the announce table. And then CM Punk was like, oh, really? Okay, when it sucked this. So he grabbed his leg and then just, you know, made Drew McIntyre slip on the announce table. And then he took his brace off and then he used it as a weapon and knocking Drew McIntyre out with it. And the next thing you know, Damian Priest comes storming down to the ring and cashing his Money in the Bank briefcase. He threw Drew McIntyre in the ring, you know, and Damian Priest hit him with his finishing move. 1, 2, 3, new champion. So, Damian Priest successfully cashed his Money in the Bank briefcase and became the new World Heavyweight Champion. So that match was good as well. It's a pretty decent match. You know what I'm saying? Overall, this WrestleMania Night 2 was a very good one, I must say. A very good match. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Now, that match was all right, you know. Wasn't too bad. I mean, these two don't like each other. They hate each other's guts. They even had like a shoot fight at WWE World as well a few days ago when they were wrestling each other on the ground and that. You know, that's how intense their feud was. You know what I mean? For AJ Styles to fly halfway across the world when they were in Australia to beat up LA Knight, that's fucking crazy. And for LA Knight to invade AJ Styles' home, these two, they hate each other's fucking guts, man. They wanted to kill each other. The match was good, but LA Knight came out victorious. Yeah! Yeah, so how would I rate Night 2? I'll give it 8.5 out of 10. You know? That's how good it was. 8.5 out of 10. It was very, very solid. People say that, even though people say that it was the greatest WrestleMania of all time, I beg to differ because there were many WrestleManias before that that were way better than this current WrestleMania. It might be one of the greatest, but it's not the greatest of all time because there's more WrestleManias to come. And people are going to say that that WrestleMania be the greatest of all time. So they say this every year. They said this last year. They said this the year before. It's the greatest WrestleMania of all time. It's the greatest WrestleMania of all time. It's not the greatest WrestleMania of all time. It never is. One of, but not the greatest. You know, because WrestleMania hasn't been good since the 2000s, in my opinion. Well, actually, the last good WrestleMania, in my opinion, was WrestleMania 31. You know, that was a pretty decent WrestleMania. That's just my opinion anyway. But other than that, WrestleMania has not been good in years. You know, since the Ruthless Aggression era days. It's been kind of watered down. But they're going to keep on saying that till the cows come home. So them saying that brings no merit, in my opinion, anyway. As far as wrestling fans saying that they're going to stop watching WWE because Roman Reigns lost his belt. Listen, some of you wrestling fans are like women, right? You get with a guy who you thought was a good guy, only to find out that he was a bad guy that treat you like shit, toys with your ass, and dumps you like a used condom. You guys don't even know what you want. You wrestling fans don't know what the fuck you want. 1 minute, right? You want Roman Reigns to lose the belt? You're like, oh, why is Roman Reigns holding the belt for so long? Why can't he lose it? Why can't he drop it already? Why can't he go away already? And then when he loses, when you finally get what you want, like I've said so many times, you throw it away like a fucking child, like a little bitch. You're like, oh, why did Roman Reigns lose his belt? Oh, he lost to Cody Rhodes. Oh, no. Like, really? Really? I swear to God, some of you wrestling fans make me laugh. You make me laugh. That's why a lot of these wrestlers, a lot of these wrestling producers, the company can't take most of you fans seriously. That's why they do what they want. You know? That's why they give you what, they give you whatever. Whether you like it or not. They're like Marmite. You know what I'm saying? And I understand why. I understand why wrestling companies do whatever they want. Because they can't take you fans seriously. Because you're a liability. You're a liability to what you want. So it's like, fuck you then. You know, because whatever they do, you're going to complain. You're going to bitch about it anyway. So why not just give you whatever, man? What you see is what you get. That's what they're saying. And you're going to have to accept that. And some of you are saying, oh, I'm not going to watch WWE anymore. Okay, then go and watch fake-ass movies then. Go and watch Batman. Go watch Superman. Hell, go and watch Black Adam. Go and watch another entertainment that will satisfy you. Hell, go and watch the UFC. Oh, I'm not watching WWE anymore. You know how many times I've heard that? I've been hearing that for the past 10 years, and y'all still watch WWE. You're the same people that say, oh, I'm not going to watch WWE anymore. You still watch WWE, regardless. You're going to still watch WWE tonight. Monday Night Raw, you're going to tune in out of curiosity to see what's going to happen. So you lot are fucking hypocrites, man. You lot should shut the fuck up. Really and truly, because you don't know what you want, man. You lot are just bipolar. You know? Nobody can take what you say seriously. You're just a little bitch. You're a crybaby. You're the real crybabies. You know what I mean? Never mind being never mind the Cody Rhodes crybaby or Roman Reigns crybaby. You're the real crybaby. You're a crybaby of your own self, of your own illusion. Just enjoy the product and shut the fuck up. It's sports entertainment. It's just wrestling, professional wrestling. It's not that deep. It doesn't depend on your life. If you don't want to watch wrestling anymore, stop watching it completely. Go and watch something else. Because nobody cares whether you watch wrestling or not, because there's always going to be a new wrestling fan that comes in to play and watches the product. You know? If you stop watching WWE because of something that didn't benefit you, then you're not a real wrestling fan. You was never a fan in the first place. You know what I mean? So, miss me with all that crap, man. Oh, I'm not going to watch wrestling anymore. Who gives a fuck? Then stop watching it. Stop watching it. Be a man of your word. Don't watch it anymore. Don't talk about it. Don't watch it. Because these wrestlers, they don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a damn about you. They don't care whether you watch or not, because they're still making money regardless. You know? Like they say, you lose one, you gain one. So, fuck you. That's one less fake fan that they have to deal with. You know? Because these wrestlers, they put their bodies on the line. They sacrifice themselves just to entertain. And you lot are so ungrateful. You know? Cody Rhodes is the new champion. Deal with it. I know a lot of you fans don't like Cody Rhodes, but me, personally, there's nothing wrong with Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes is just a guy that's just him. He's just himself. You know? And he deserves to be champion. He won it rightfully so. You know? And some people may say that he's not championship material. But hey, Kofi Kingston wasn't championship material, but I'm glad that he became the first black WWE champion. You know? But despite that, he's not championship material. Bryan Danielson, he's not championship material. Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, they're not heavyweight championship material. So, what makes you think that Cody Rhodes is not heavyweight championship material? And he's in the same category as those guys. Cody Rhodes is the new champion. He ended his story. Fair and square. You know? And he's moving on to bigger and better things. Cody Rhodes is now the new face of the company. So you got to deal with it. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Like I said, go and watch something else. Because the last thing that we need right now is for fake-ass fans like yourself to be bitching about something that doesn't go your way. Things ain't gonna always go your way, you know. That's just how life is in general. So, yeah. That's all I have to say on that. Congratulations to Cody Rhodes. Congratulations to Bayley for becoming the new champions. You know, I'm happy for you guys. And night 2 was pretty good. You know. And I believe the reason why Seth Rollins lost the belt because his contract is expiring in June. Same thing with Becky when she lost to Rhea Ripley. I think she just put Rhea Ripley over, you know, because this could be Becky Lynch's last WrestleMania if she doesn't resign with the company, because she could either go to AEW as Rebecca Quinn, or she might retire from the company and become a full-time mother. You know? Same with Seth. He could either go to AEW or he could just retire, because he's been dealing with a lot of injuries over the last decade, you know, back injuries, knee injuries. So, you know, when you've been through so much injuries, it catches up with you to the point where your body just gives up and says, you know what, I think it's time to hang it up. It's time to give it up. You need to listen to your body, man, because your health is more important. Your health is your wealth. You know, because the last thing a person wants is to end up in a wheelchair or end up dying in the ring, you know what I mean? So I think Seth Rollins might be on the verge of retirement, you know. But we're just going to have to wait and see in a couple of months if they re-sign with the company or not. But that's just my take on it anyway. So, this is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat. This is my thought on the whole WrestleMania saga and the Cody Rhodes finishing the story, finally. And The Rock is going to be going away for a while to film a movie. And he won't be back until the summertime. And I believe that Roman Reigns is going to be taking some time off too, a lengthy time off. Even though he did say in his documentary that if he lost the belt, that he's going to retire. But I don't think he's done fully yet. I think the next time he comes back, he's going to be in a feud with his cousin, The Rock. You know, so he's just going to take a lengthy time off. I don't know how long he's going to be gone for, but he's going to be gone for quite some time. You know, but until then, let's just enjoy the new era and title reign of Cody Rhodes, and let's see what Cody Rhodes can deliver as a world heavyweight champion. Let's see if the great MJF comes and starts something with Cody Rhodes, because people are still saying that he's with AEW, but I don't believe he's with AEW. Yeah, sure, he's dealing with some nagging injuries, but he will come to the WWE at some point to confront Cody, his good friend, and start a feud there. So there's a lot of fresh things that are going to be happening over the next few months, because it's a new era. They say that it's the Paul Levesque era, but I believe that this era is the versatile era, I call it. I call it the versatile era because it's a mixture of everything, really and truly. You know? But yeah, that's all I have to say. This is the Retro Kid, Retronic Ice Cat on the Real News Talk channel. You know what to do. Congratulations to all the new champions and the remaining champions. You know, and that's all I gotta say. Say no more. Peace.